Mary, I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. Viagra, Cialis. Nothing seems to work anymore.
I know, John. It's been tough on both of us, but I heard about something new that might help. You remember Elena, my friend? She sent me this video. She said it did wonders for her relationship.
Did she? Now I'm interested to see what it's about.
Hello everyone, it's Dr. Grace here. Are you part of the 40–50% of men who find that traditional ED medications just don't work for you anymore? Or maybe they did at first, but now you need higher doses with unpleasant side effects. If this sounds like you, keep watching because I'm going to introduce you to an amazing alternative. A nasal spray that can help you get rock hard and stay that way without the drawbacks of traditional ED medications.
A nasal spray? I've never heard of that before. Do you think it could work?
It's worth a try, John. Let's watch the video till the end and find out more.
Did you know that there's a nasal spray that has been shown to significantly improve erectile function, even in men for whom Viagra and Cialis have stopped working? This is a game changer. By the end of this video, you'll learn all about this innovative treatment, backed by scientific research and clinical trials. So make sure to watch till the end to get all the details. Please note, while we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, this video is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new treatment. Subscribe now for the latest updates in men's health. You won't want to miss this. First, let's understand why traditional ED medications might stop working. PDE5 inhibitors like Viagra and Cialis work by blocking an enzyme called PDE5, which helps maintain nitric oxide levels in the blood, allowing for increased blood flow and an erection. However, over time, the body can build a tolerance, requiring higher doses to achieve the same effect. Higher doses mean more side effects, and eventually, these medications might stop working altogether. For some men, these medications never worked well to begin with. Research shows that up to 50% of men using these medications experience diminishing returns. It's frustrating, isn't it? Imagine starting with a low dose that works wonders, but within a few months, you need to double or triple the dosage. Not only does this increase the risk of side effects like headaches, flushing, and dizziness, but it can also impact your overall health. This is why many men are seeking alternative solutions. But there's good news. There's an alternative that's gaining traction in the medical community, PT-141, also known as bremelanotide. 1. Introducing PT-141. PT-141 is a synthetic peptide that works differently from traditional ED medications. Unlike Viagra and Cialis, which work at the blood vessel level, PT-141 targets the brain, stimulating sexual desire and arousal directly. This can be a game changer for men whose ED is caused by psychological factors or nerve damage. PT-141 has been studied extensively. For instance, a double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in the Journal of Urology in 2007 showed that PT-141 significantly improved erectile function in men who did not respond to sildenafil, Viagra. Participants in the study reported achieving significant erections after using PT-141, even when Viagra had previously failed. PT-141 isn't a new discovery. Studies dating back to the late 1990s and early 2000s have explored its potential. In these studies, PT-141 was administered as a nasal spray, and the results were promising. Men who had psychogenic erectile dysfunction, meaning their ED was primarily due to psychological factors, showed significant improvement. How PT-141 works. So how does PT-141 work? PT-141 is a melanocortin receptor agonist. This means it binds to receptors in the brain that regulate sexual function. By stimulating these receptors, PT-141 can enhance sexual desire and lead to erections even without direct sexual stimulation. This is a huge advantage over traditional ED medications that require physical arousal to be effective. PT-141 can be administered in 2 ways, as a nasal spray or through subcutaneous injection. The nasal spray is convenient and easy to use, just a quick sniff and you're good to go. In clinical trials, both methods have shown success, but many men prefer the nasal spray for its ease of use. Studies have demonstrated that PT-141 is effective even in men with severe erectile dysfunction who did not respond to other treatments. The typical dosing for PT-141 varies. For the nasal spray, the recommended dose is usually around 1–2 milligrams, taken about 30 minutes to an hour before sexual activity. For injections, doses range from 0.5 to 175 milligrams depending on individual needs. It's always best to start with a lower dose and adjust as necessary. 3. Real-world results. Let's talk about real-world results. Mike, a member of our community, shared his experience with PT-141. He reported using a 4 milligram dose of PT-141 and achieving erections lasting up to 12 hours without any significant side effects. This is consistent with clinical findings where PT-141 has helped men achieve erections even when other treatments failed. And it's not just for men. PT-141 has also shown promise in increasing sexual arousal in women, making it a versatile option for couples. Women have reported enhanced genital arousal and increased sexual desire, particularly beneficial for those going through perimenopause or menopause. In another study, women using PT-141 reported increased sexual satisfaction and reduced symptoms of sexual dysfunction. These findings are encouraging for couples looking to enhance their sexual experiences together. Or potential side effects. Of course, no treatment is without potential side effects. The most common side effects reported with PT-141 include nausea, flushing, and sweating. Some users also report a temporary taste disturbance. However, these side effects are generally mild and transient, lasting only about an hour. To minimize these side effects, it's recommended to start with a lower dose and gradually increase it. Staying hydrated and taking the medication with a light meal can also help reduce the risk of nausea. Most importantly, always discuss with your healthcare provider before starting any new treatment. PT-141 isn't cheap. A 10 milligram vial can cost around $50, and the nasal spray can start at $250. However, considering the potential benefits and the fact that it can be used by both partners, many find it worth the investment. It's important to note that while PT-141 is not FDA approved for ED or low libido, it can be prescribed by your doctor or obtained from reputable online pharmacies. 5. Comparing PT-141 to traditional ED treatments. How does PT-141 compare to traditional ED treatments like Viagra and Cialis? One major advantage is the reduced risk of cardiovascular side effects. Since PT-141 works on the central nervous system rather than the vascular system, it doesn't cause the same issues like tachycardia or severe blood pressure changes. Viagra and Cialis work by increasing blood flow to the penis, which can lead to systemic effects like headaches and flushing. PT-141, on the other hand, works at the brain level, enhancing sexual desire and arousal without significantly affecting the cardiovascular system. This makes it a safer option for many men, especially those with underlying health conditions. Many users report that PT-141 provides a more natural feeling of arousal and erection. Unlike the mechanical feel of traditional ED medications, PT-141 tends to create a more spontaneous and satisfying experience. 6. Enhancing your experience with PT-141. To get the most out of PT-141, consider combining it with lifestyle changes that promote overall sexual health. This includes maintaining a healthy diet, regular exercise, and managing stress. Eating a balanced diet rich in antioxidants and nutrients can support erectile function. Foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and seeds are excellent choices. Additionally, consider supplements that boost nitric oxide levels, such as L-arginine and citrulline. Regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining healthy blood flow and reducing stress. Aim for at least 40 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. This can include activities like walking, jogging, or swimming. Chronic stress can have a significant impact on sexual health. Techniques like mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, and yoga can help manage stress and improve your overall well-being. So there you have it, PT-141, a promising alternative to traditional ED medications. If you're tired of the side effects and diminishing returns of Viagra and Cialis, PT-141 might be the solution you've been looking for. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried PT-141 or any other alternative treatments for ED? What has your experience been? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Not sure about using the medication we covered today? Or do you lean towards natural treatments instead of pharmaceuticals? Learn about the potent natural remedy that gives Himalayan men their legendary stamina. Click here to watch the next video.